Shalom, shalom. It's the brother Kalaya. Once again, coming back at you with another lesson. Prior to getting started, I like to give all glory, honors, and prayers unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rechak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom. All right, and what you have before you is a brief clip, okay, of this new updated AI technology. All right, it's more updated. You'll get the gist of it once she starts explaining, what the answers to the questions in which this guy is gonna ask. So without any further ado, I'm gonna let it play.
And you're saying this is within 5 years?
Yeah, 5 years. Maybe sooner. Look, 2026 already feels like the warm-up. That global outage drill last month, they called it Crimson Dawn, said it was just practice, but leaks on X show it knocked out half the East Coast for 12 hours. Officially test. Unofficially, testing how we'd react. And the grid? Aging junk. 50-year-old transformers. No backups. DHS admits we're one EMP or hack away from collapse. Iran's got drones that can fry substations. China's got backdoors in our chips. They don't need nukes. Just flip a switch. Why 5? Because that's when the debt hits critical. Trillions do. No way to print more without inflation exploding. Elites want chaos. Reset the system. Blame terrorists. Roll out digital IDs and CBDCs. You need our app to eat, they'll say. Average person? They'll blame Russia, hoard toilet paper, and beg for FEMA camps. But if you're ready, solar, food, water, you ride it out. 5 years tops. Clock's ticking.
So you're telling me that your average person is going to be begging for a FEMA camp? Like begging to get into a FEMA camp?
Yeah, exactly. Picture it. Week 2. No power, no food deliveries, shelves empty, kids crying, grandma's meds gone, water's brown from the tap. You hear rumors, FEMA setting up camps, hot meals, generators, security. People line up like it's Black Friday. They hand over phones for registration, get a wristband, sleep on cots in a gym. Sounds safe, right? But here's the real twist. Those camps aren't charity. They're control zones. Cameras everywhere. No leaving without clearance. Voluntary vaccines or chips to get rations. InfoWars dropped docs last year. FEMA's got contracts with private firms. Think Blackwater 2.0, running re-education programs. We need your data to rebuild, they say. Average Joe, he begs because he's starving, scared, and the government's the only game in town. By then, you're not a citizen, you're a barcode. That's why I keep saying, stockpile now. Don't wait.
All right, and like I said, what you saw is this new technology, all right, this new AI technology in which, all right, Esau come out with. Obviously, is similar to, Siri and things of that nature, but this one is, I guess, the new and updated version, right? Like Alexa, but updated. Nevertheless, they hit a lot of key points in that video. All right, they talked about the RFID microchip, okay, the FEMA camps. They talked about stockpiling, goods, things of that nature, right? Power grid outages, nukes, the whole nine, man, right? Which gave me the idea. I haven't decided on what I'm gonna title this lesson yet, but it's gonna be somewhere along the lines of what does the collapse of a society mean for the elect or something like that. I haven't decided, but nevertheless, I want to get a few precepts detailing what the hell that means for us, man. And I'm gonna say the hopeful elect, right? Because we hope to be saved out of these times. So first and foremost, I'm gonna grab a couple scriptures showing the severity of these times, right? This is where am I? Let me get this. The book of Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, right, in the 7th verse, and it reads, Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right, and that one precept basically details this whole video. All right, there's going to be catastrophic events going on. Okay, in you know, America, right, in different portions of the earth where, you know, the elect are, but nevertheless, hey, he shall be saved out of it, man. Okay, I was trying to look for I had this one picture, you know, of the elect getting beamed up. Shalak, I don't. I'm gonna leave it alone if I can't find it. Yeah, no problem. It's cool. I'll leave it I guess right here. But nevertheless, that was the point, you know? That was the point of this whole lesson. It says, but he shall be saved out of it. All right? Now, of course, and that's how the spirit work, man. Now it's bringing me to, you know, this other precept that gives you the understanding on how Jake will be in that day, man. This is the book of, one second. First Peter chapter 4, verse 17, and it reads, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? Right? So all these different other camps, okay, those that know that they Israelites, all right, have the understanding on who they are, okay, within a you know, the spirit, okay, those that truly teach something different than what Yahweh Shai put on this earth, all right, hey, judgment starting there, man. Okay, all the naysayers, okay, all of those that try to confound brothers and trip brothers up, you know, judgment gonna start there. The Lord gonna get your ass first, all right, because you know better. Okay, you knew better, man. But nevertheless, it says, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? Right. So what about the rest of the, you know, the 2/3 that don't believe? Right. That's a rhetorical question. All right. The Lord know what that question, the answer to that question. He just, you know, being rhetorical, using rhetoric. All right. And here's the point, verse 18. And if the righteous be scarcely saved, where shall the godly and the sinner appear? All right. So, you know, hey, the elect gonna get saved by the skin of their teeth, man. Sort of say, like they say in the world. And when you break down that phrase, the skin of your teeth don't have skin, man. All right, your teeth are slick, what they supposed to be. You know, your teeth supposed to be, you know, clean and slick. And when they say the skin of your teeth, you barely made it, man. All right, you barely made it. You see, and nevertheless, where should the ungodly be? What should the sinner appear? They're gonna fall short. All right, they're gonna fall short of salvation, the protection by Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Michael. All right, which that's gonna lead me to my next precept. Okay, because it's gonna get so goddamn bad, right, that Michael gonna have to stand. You know, this is the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter, verse 1, and it reads, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. All right. And that same time is talking about what, man? All right. Jacob's trouble. You see, back in that Jeremiah 30, Salaki, 30 and 7. Okay? That's that same time. And it's gonna be bad, man. Hey, a particular brother down here in the New Orleans camp, all right? Hey, that brother, he like to say it as such, hey, the Lord gonna empty out the heavens. You see? The Lord gonna empty out the heavens, man. All of the angels, okay, all of the spirits created for vengeance, right? I got a video going into that, man. They just had a guy kill his whole family except for the mother. I think he killed 8 kids, 8 of his own kids, man. That's a spirit of vengeance. You see? But nevertheless, it's gonna be utter chaos, man, on the face of the planet Earth. It says never since there was a nation. All right, so this time is gonna supersede any other time that there was massacres or catastrophic events, whatever the case may be. That's how much carnage the Lord is gonna bring to the face of the planet Earth. All right, that's how the Lord gonna reclaim His name, man. Not only by the destruction, but by the salvation. All right, that's that latter part in that Jeremiah 30. I keep saying 33. I got Isaiah 33 and 6 queued up, Salaki. But nevertheless, that's that latter part in Jeremiah 30 and 7. But he shall be saved out of it. You see? Because he gonna also, be glorified in his salvation as well, man. And Salaki, I keep switching through these pictures because I don't want my phone to screen lock and then the video is ended. So bear with me. Okay, this is the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter, and I was just skimming through this. Right, we all know it. We all know verse 4 down to 12. Right, but I wanna harp in on verse 19, Matthew 24:19, and it reads, "And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days." Right, you got a lot of babies being born, okay, in that time. And Lord willing, myself and other, hopefully elect, okay, are covered in that day, because it's gonna be extremely hard, man. All right, to take care of a kid, all right, of a child in that day. You see, it's gonna be extremely hard, man. And you could just put yourself in certain situations, all right, just meditating and understanding, how things work in those certain situations, watching different movies and watching, what happens to pregnant women and, men that's protecting children, things of that nature. All right, you just put yourself in that position and see how hard it is, and then, shit. Hey, the Lord gonna make it. He gonna make us see it in Braille. Right? We're gonna feel this thing. Okay? This is gonna be the ultimate test of your faith. Right? But it reads, "But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day." Right? Because everything is harder in the winter. Okay? Everything is harder in the winter. Harder to breathe, harder to move, harder to make fires, harder to, gather food. It's just everything is harder, man. And then you can look in the book of 2 Maccabees on what happened, to those brothers in that time. Okay, hey, the enemy came in on the Sabbath day, right, when they were at rest. You see? But verse 21, it reads, For then shall be great tribulation, such as not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. Right, so this is the final time, okay, that the Lord is going to unleash this holy hell, because that's what it's going to be, holy hell, man. You're going to have troops, bands of people, getting together and conversing in wickedness, committing wicked deeds, right? Pillaging, okay? That video that you seen earlier, okay, that pretty much was going into, hey, people are gonna be begging to go into FEMA camps. Why? Because they're gonna be, rape, rob, and murder going on within the city streets, man. Coming to a city near you. You see? People are gonna seek the protection of Esau Edom, man, not knowing that you about to be caught up either anyway. All right, and that's why I'm kind of leaning towards the title being, what does the end mean? All right, for the elect. What does the collapse of this society mean for the elect, man? All right, because we know, all right, the intentions of this devil. We know that he seek to commence with his NWO, right, to fulfill it. You see, to chip everybody, right? And he's gonna do it out of what? Order out of chaos, man. Order out of chaos. KO. Salaki, I forget how it goes. It's on the back of the dollar. But nevertheless, all right, this is a real thing. Okay, this devil intends to get order out of chaos, but he doesn't know that the true order out of chaos is being implemented by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. All right, Lord gonna turn this devil's plans upside down. You see? But verse 22, Matthew 22, Matthew 24 and verse 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. You see? So the Lord gonna shorten those days, man. These days and weeks are passing like nothing, man. Okay? Man, we are running through days. All right, running through weeks, running through years. All right, and it's not just you. All right, it's not just me noticing that, man. The world noticed that. Okay? The world acknowledges, all right, the work of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. All right, these people see what's going on. So imagine in those days, okay, when Jake is escaping shit and getting closer and closer to that great deliverance. All right, hey, the Lord gonna speed this shit up even more. Looking for some some good pictures to put on, man. That's how the Lord coming back, right there in that picture. Okay, that's how he's coming back, man. All right, to deliver and also to utterly slay, man. All right, the wicked. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2 and verse 13, and it reads, "Go and ye shall receive. Pray for few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you." Watch. Right, man? Because in those days, we're going to be watching very, very closely for things to be moving, man. For the Lord to be working his work. All right? We're going to be in the midst of this shitstorm. All right? We're going to be in the midst of this shitstorm. But like I tell you in Psalms the 34th chapter, that angels are going to surround us that believe, man. All right? Those that believe on this word, hey, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is going to be with you. All right, he has angels, okay, that are sitting there, and protecting you, man, making sure you're making the right decisions, all right, making you go to the right way, because Jake gonna be, hey, everything that we see now, the comfort we have, the luxuries we have of, GPS and calling 911, things of that nature, all of those comforts will be gone. All right, so these angels, hey, they're going to be working double time almost, so to speak, right? Shit, they're already working now, making sure, everything goes smoothly. You see? And I'm going to end it out with this, all right? Like I said, just a quick lesson. Obviously, there's more precepts that Jake could go into. I just want to, get this in real quick, though. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6, and it reads, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." All right. And why is the fear of the Lord his treasure, man? Okay, because knowledge and wisdom come after that fear. Fear is the first step, okay, to gaining wisdom. You see, to gaining knowledge. Basically, to understanding Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So, hey, getting that fear, understanding that fear, all right, gives you the understanding of the things that's going on in the world. Because it's not a fear of, Jake is just, cowering in their boots and shaking in their boots and shit. We understand that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is the power of the Bible, man. Okay? And that we are in his hands. And that fear goes into a respect, man. We have respect unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You see? And that word respect goes into to look back upon, man. Read meaning back, and spect meaning spectacle, man, or spectate. You see? And brothers lighten up the group chat with different information, But yeah, man, I really just wanted to put that on wax, give brothers comfort, man, because we coming into some times, some very troubling times, man. We're looking for this, okay? Being saved out of these troubles. All right? We looking to be, beamed up on those chariots, man. Okay, because it's gonna be hectic. All right? And to put the cherry on top, the last and final plague will be what, man? Those ICBM nuclear missiles. All right, that are coming to utterly destroy, all right, America, Babylon the Great. Shake the earth. You see? We need salvation from that. Okay? Scriptures tell you what? Hey, my servant shall eat, all right, but ye shall be hungry. My servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. In a time of a societal collapse, these are the scriptures in which Jake gonna be pondering on, man. Remembering, all right, praying unto the Lord, okay? When Jake, is starving, all right, thirsty, needs shelter, need protection. These are the scriptures in which the Lord gonna, call to remembrance within our minds. And then he gonna perform miracles, man. You see? Which gonna boost your faith even more. But nevertheless, this is what the end of America consists of, all right, for an elect or a hopeful elect, man. Like someone that believes on the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, first and foremost, to the hopeful elect and those that cling unto the body. Prior to getting out of here, I'd like to give all glory, honors, and prayers unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom and a Abba Ball.